Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we are learning page 57, which introduces us to a new chapter that discusses a situation where there are two people who are Nazirim, they're Nazirs, and there's a guy who saw that one of them became impure. He approaches them and says, listen, I don't know which one of you is impure, but I know one of you are. And therefore, because of that, we have this whole situation where one is pure, one's impure, and therefore, because of that, they have to go about this lengthy procedure to bring offerings in case of doubt. Maybe I'm the one that's pure, so I'll bring the pure sacrifice. If I'm not the one who's pure, I'll bring the impure sacrifice. The other one says the opposite, and then the next time they have to say the same thing. It's a little bit confusing, but that's basically how it goes. And the reason is because we will believe this one person because they didn't say anything. They were silent. If they would have contradicted him, that would have been a whole other matter. We wouldn't have listened to this one person. But in this, the Talmud wonders, what is the reason why, in this case of doubt, we say that, must be that they're impure, or at least one of them is impure. The whole notion of how we learn doubt is from a sota. A sota we're going to be learning an entire tractate in about a week from now, which discusses a woman who secludes herself with another man, just her and a man, who she's a married woman, and we don't know what exactly went on during those moments behind closed doors. So in that situation, she goes to the temple and she has to drink a certain drink to be able to test whether or not she in fact was loyal to her husband. Now, because of this doubt, we go strict. That's what the Torah says. She has to go about this procedure. Now, what is the reason? Is because it was in a private place. Obviously, they were secluded. So whenever you find a doubt in a private place, namely similar to this one, there was only two people, her and this man in question, then we say that we go strict. However, in this situation, the Talmud wonders, what are you talking about? There are three people, because this is a case where there was two people who are Nazir, and a third person saw one of them was impure. So if there's three, that's no longer a private domain. That's like a public domain. When it comes to a public domain, the law is the opposite. That we say that in the case of doubt, we are lenient, and we say that they probably are pure. So why would we say in this situation that they're impure? So in this, the Talmud says that this person who made the statement was very, very far away. And therefore, because he was not anywhere really in the vicinity of those two people, it's still considered to be a private domain. And that's the reason why he said, I have no idea. It's not that I was there and I noticed you, but actually I forgot which one of you were the ones that became impure. It's very obvious that he must have been so far away, because he says, I don't know. I never knew. And therefore, because of that, it still takes upon itself as a private domain. But we see from here the famous expression that two is company, three is a crowd. That there is this element of being in private or in a more intimate setting is when there's two people. And in fact, there are laws which are discussed in the end of Tractate Kedushin when it comes to the laws of Yichud, that a man and a woman are not allowed to be secluded. And of course, there are specific laws exactly how that takes place. But the idea is that when you are alone with another person, that is considered to be like a private gathering. However, once there's already a third person involved, then that changes everything. It's no longer considered to be like private, and therefore, because of that, the laws are different.